reached out and grabbed her arm, the strength of his grip arresting her and causing her to cry out. "Shh!" he hissed, and pulled her to him, then stepped back by the garage wall, smeared with patches of oil. He shifted her out of the light of the moon and into the shadows. "Take your hands off me!" she cried. He pulled her closer, pushing her back against the dirty wall. Softer, he crooned to her. "Come on, my darling. My sweet darling, my baby. Thou knows I love thee." He kissed her, or tried to, but she wasn't having any of it. "Oh, this wall's filthy. Look at what you've done to my coat." "Shut your trap," he shouted. Then he visibly contained himself and tried another approach. His voice became quieter, whining. "Come on, pet. All this arguing ain't getting us anywhere. Let's kiss and make up. They'll feel better then." "I will not," she said firmly and pushed him hard. "I'm not going to do what you want anymore. I'm going to do what I want. And you know what I want. And that's what I'm going to do. You can't stop me. And if you try, I'll tell everyone about what's been going on." He stood stock still for a moment, squinting at her in the gloom, blocking her exit. She looked about herself at the empty garage, the inspection pit gaping across the room. She shivered, turned, and tried to get past him. He made a decision then. He lifted his hand and smacked her hard across the ear. She went down. She called out, and he fell on her then, smothering her mouth with his hands. As she wriggled and bucked, he lay his full weight on her and wrapped his fingers around her throat. Chapter 1. 6 weeks earlier, March 1941. Rosina watched Harry as he slept. It was at times like these that she wondered if she were dreaming. The miracle of him. He was still, save his chest rising and falling, his limbs at rest, his breath steady and slow, untroubled by cares, by war and the movements of history. Just a man, alive, asleep in her bed. A good man, a peaceful man. She felt drowsy, but she did not want these moments to pass without her witness. As soon the cruel alarm would go off at 5 a.m, and he would have to sneak back to his guest room, just 2 doors down from her own. Harry stirred in his sleep and opened his eyes. "Hello, my love," she said. "Hello, you. Come here," he said with a smile and drew her close. His golden hair never failed to catch her eye, and she loved to lie beneath him and push her fingers through its soft thickness as he kissed her neck, tenderly at first, which tickled and made her smile. Then their bodies were taken over by intense craving for each other, and they curved together in mirrored movements, her head swimming with desire, lost to it, to him. They didn't have long before they'd need to assume their own rooms again, but they made the best of their brief time together. Afterwards, Harry stole back to his room, and she heard his door click softly shut. They were still loving in secret. She wasn't ready yet to tell the world that the love of her life was nearly 20 years younger than her, 28 years old to her 46. Only Bairstow, her housekeeper, knew the truth, and approved wholeheartedly. Bairstow was a still waters run deep type of person, Rosina had discovered over the years, and particularly in these days of war, when the staff of Ravenhall had mostly up and left to join the war effort, and widowed Rosina had carried on alone with a skeleton staff to run the whole estate. Bairstow had stepped up and taken on so many new roles, she could have had a cupboard full of figurative hats for each. Rosina appreciated her hugely, not only for her stellar work, but in those strange times of war, they had become much more like friends than employer and employee, and Bairstow had often helped her with guidance and support over more personal matters, like her 5 daughters, who ranged from 7 to 23 years of age. And Bairstow gave excellent advice when it